The daily chaos is getting changed.
Hello, everyone. I'm Alex Taylor, and this is BCW Surge. Tonight's special guest joining me for our first podcast are none other than two-time TBW World Champion Bigmac and Maxx Kaos. Welcome, guys.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here.
Yep.
So, want to thank y'all for joining me tonight. Really looking forward to this conversation. Been hoping to get y'all together for a while, and now we're finally pulling things together for BCW to get started. Let's talk about where y'all started. Bigmac, how did you get your start in the backyard?
Well, I was in high school, and a buddy of mine that I made was a really big wrestling fan. Well, I seen on Facebook that they actually set up mattresses on their porch, and that kind of gave me my jump into it. They invited me over, and I just fell in love with it ever since.
So, what was your first actual promotion that you worked in?
TBW would be my first. It was really like the big name where my name really got out there. But the other one, it was called FBW. I think it was like Family Backyard Wrestling, I believe. But if you want to get like big name wise, it was TBW. It was my first main.
TBW was first big backyard company.
Right. Yeah.
It was a good run that you had there too. So.
Oh yeah, great group of guys. I mean, really. I mean, I have no problems with any of the guys. I mean, I think a lot of them. I mean, I appreciate them for getting me my start on who I am today. You know, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be who I am in the ring, out of the ring, anything.
Right. That was my first introduction to you. Also, was in TBW.
Yeah, there was a lot of new faces. It was very different for me because I wasn't from Tennessee. I'm from Kentucky, so I really didn't know anybody there. But once I got to know everybody, I mean, great group of guys. Couldn't ask for anybody better.
What was your favorite thing about working in TBW?
The people, the talent. I mean, everybody there is talented. I mean, whether it's on the mic or in the ring, the people. They're really good people. They really are.
Right. It's one of the premier backyard leagues going today. I mean, they do such a good job, with everything, with in-ring talent. They've got a good ring. Their promo work. The guys, they push it, and
absolutely,
that's where they excel over just about everybody.
100%. Yeah.
So, TBW, it's also your two title runs there with World Championship. Who did you beat for your first World Championship?
For my first World Championship, oh my, that was forever ago. Oh. See, the second one was Atomic Titan. The first one, Lake Lewis. That was the first one.
Lake Lewis.
Yep. It took me a minute to remember it, but
yeah,
that's who it was.
Yeah, that's a tough competitor too.
Oh, amazing, talented for sure. I mean, one of the best guys I've ever been in the ring with.
Yeah, great mind for the business, great in the ring.
He's got it all.
Yeah. Just wish he could be a little more active part of TBW. That would be a benefit to them.
Oh, absolutely. I love what his work is. It's out of this world.
Your second run, the feud with Atomic Titan that led up to you winning the belt. Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh my, that feud, it was really good. I liked it. I enjoyed it. So we built on that for, well, I know it was at least a month. I feel like a couple of months, but the build-up was good. Loved working with everybody in that. I had a great time with it, and it was just a really good come out for me.
Yeah. Just straight up, was there ever a doubt in your mind that you could beat Atomic Titan?
Somewhat, I want to say there was, but sometimes I just felt like giving up. I felt like he was working harder than me. I felt like he was putting more into me, and then I just dug down deep. Started. I wanted to do this. This is that's what I was there to do. And I was the best, and I wanted to prove that I was the best.
Right. And it was like a David versus Goliath situation with the two of you. You're a big guy in the ring, and Titan, he's a little bit smaller than you are, and he can carry his own in the ring. What's it like working with guys that are smaller than you?
Oh wow. So sometimes like it has its ups and its downs. The smaller guys, of course, obviously, they can outrun me any day of the week. But they're really easy to work with. I mean, we just go out there and give it our all. It doesn't matter, you know what I mean?
Right.
They whatever the goal is, we'll get it done.
Yeah. Speaking of opponents in TBW, one of your most frequent opponents, I'd like to bring in right now, Maxx Kaos.
Oh wow.
Maxx Kaos, welcome.
Thank you.
We're here with Bigmac and talking a little bit about TBW. What about you? How did you get your start with TBW?
Ow. That was during high school. Josh was the one that really got me into it. He said that he needed more wrestlers, and he said that I would be a good fit for it. And I wrestled for them back in, I would like to say, I don't know what year I started in TBW.
So I see baby Kaos back there in the back. Congratulations on that new addition to the Kaos family. I was talking with Bigmac about you being one of his frequent competitors. The two of you always put on a great show in the ring. What's it like working with Bigmac?
It was different. Like the very first time me and Bigmac faced, it was different because I've never really faced a big guy like that. And once I got out there and we put on the best show that we've had. First match that we had so many people wanting us to face again, and it was just, it was exciting. It was. I really enjoy facing Bigmac.
And the two of you work well together. Animosity. You, of course, Bigmac, were in the Dynasty of Silence, the leader of the dynasty, and Max, you were a member of the Industry. Those two, had quite a feud. Part of Bigmac and his pursuit for the world championship. Is that the biggest feud that the two of you have been in?
I think so. Yeah.
So, does that overshadow any singles feuds that you've been in?
I wouldn't say so on my end. I had pretty good feuds with my brother way back when. I feel like.
That was pretty rough, and especially being family.
Yeah, it really was.
What's Jaron up to now?
Of course, he's still in school. Of course, he just kind of don't really get to see him much. Really, after wrestling, I kind of don't really see him.
So, the elephant in the room, if you will. Let's talk about the departure from TBW. That both of you, have reached the top. Bigmac, you're the world champion. Max, you're the Intercontinental champion. And both of you decide that it's time for you to separate from TBW. What was the reason behind that?
Mine personally, I had my group. There were some problems there, and one of the members of my group, we just couldn't get along. I feel like he was going behind my back doing things, and I just didn't like where things were going. It wasn't all of TBW at all. It was just one in particular person, and it just wasn't going good for me.
Right.
And I knew things wasn't going to be good at all. So I thought I made the best decision and stepped away because I didn't want anything. I didn't want to mess up any production or anything like that. I didn't want to, But that was my reason for stepping away.
Just felt it was better to make a clean cut.
Yeah,
move forward and then.
Yeah, I feel bad just because I had the belt. I was on top of the world.
Right.
Of course, that's what I wanted, but it was like every time I got the belt, something would happen. It didn't matter what, just something would happen. I could never have the belt.
Right. What about you, Max?
I left because there was some backstage stuff going on, like wrestler just wanting to take over everything. Really about it. And I just some of the people, yes, I still do care for them, but some of them just don't want me back. And I just got to the point to where, I just said, forget it, start a clean slate, start somewhere else.
Right. Understandable. It is what it is. And, you have to move forward and in life as well as, wrestling. Starting that clean slate, both of you are involved in the new Backyard Championship Wrestling, BCW. Tell me a little bit about that.
It come to me one day, and everybody, thought I left here for that. No, like it was a little talk, but I didn't think it would ever get off the ground, but after that, at that point, I done left TBW. I've been gone for weeks, and I got an offer one day. It was just one I couldn't refuse. I figured it'd be a fresh start. Maybe something go good for me in this one.
Right. What about you, Max?
Yeah, BCW was in the talks when I was in TBW, but I didn't want to actually leave TBW and then, go to BCW. It would have been cool if they would have let me do both. We could have worked with them. We could have had a really great story with them because, they have like so much hatred towards BCW. And use that for a story. Like put it together, and you'll just have like a really good product. They don't have to wrestle with us again. It could just be a one-time thing. I still think it would blow the roof off of everything.
It's understandable because TBW, they are a premier backyard league, and BCW is an upstart. So
that's true.
We got to get our footing down before we run with those big dogs.
Yeah.
So, but with talented people like yourselves, got some others coming in that'll be familiar faces to some. Some people that compete on TBW will be coming in and working with us. Just excited. I think we've got a solid little roster to begin with, and I'm expecting big things.
Yeah, I've been keeping up with who they've been signing and stuff. Like I said, I don't get to talk to my brother much, but I seen he got signed too.
All right. What about who are some of the people that you'd like to work with? Could be BCW, could be anywhere.
Oh, just anywhere? Max, I'm gonna let you take this one first.
Well, Max, you have actually branched out, and you've been working some with UWA, and Um, had some solid matches there. Been impressed with your work against CJ and Joe Anderson. What's that been like?
I mean, I don't know. I really don't. I mean, it's been going good. I mean, yeah, I am taking a little bit of a beating there. I mean, I've lost almost every match that I've been in, but I mean, I really don't care about winning. I just like to go out there, put on a good show for people. And I mean, but right now, I mean, it's been pretty good since I've been over there. But I'm really get excited to get started with BCW.
So, uh, what about working with anybody anywhere else?
I would really like to face Aaron Blaze. I don't know if you've heard of him.
I've heard of Aaron Blaze.
I really do want to face him. I would like for him to come down. I mean, I've heard that there's a lot of backyard wrestlers that are wanting to come down and wrestle with us. I mean, I have a lot of people that have been trying to feud with me. One of them's Anthony Steele. But
y'all had a little bit of crossover time in TBW.
yeah, we was on a team together. Well, first it was he hated the industry, and then it was I'm guessing a little backstage stuff happened with him and Troy. Well, Atomic Titan. And I'm guessing he joined the industry, and so I mean I had to team up with him.
Right.
And then I had to face him in WF in their Royal Rumble. I don't know if you've seen that yet.
Yeah, I did see that. That was an impressive performance by you. You came up a little short, but what was that match like with the Raging Rumble and WF?
Oh,
a lot of different faces.
yeah, it was really different. I mean, some of the faces were familiar because I faced them in TBW, but it was really different because their ring is like smaller, and I mean, it's a lot different. I mean, their ring was actually built. It's the matting was weird and stuff like that. But I mean, I had a good time there. I mean, in the Royal Rumble, me and Anthony, we kept going back to back with it, but he was the one that came up on top.
Right. Anybody else that you might want to face?
I do want to face Eclipse. I heard that he's going to be on the roster.
Yes. Has joined the roster. I'm not real familiar with him. Big Mac, I think you're familiar with Eclipse. Y'all have a little history together.
Yeah, we won we had tag team belts in our old federation.
So, what about you, Big Mac? Anybody that you want to face from outside BCW?
There's I wouldn't really say just one in particular person, but I would say there is another match I would love to have, and that was the Battle of Sweetwater between me, Gage Flair, Lake Lewis, and Cruz Lewis.
Right.
I feel like I've got a whole lot better since then. Learned so much, and I'd really like to do it again.
Battle of Sweetwater 2 would be a good event. Cruz Lewis, great, tremendous talent. Also, brother of Lake Lewis.
Yeah.
Gage Flair, multi-time TBW world champion. Yeah, that would be another great match for sure.
Yes, that would be my pick.
So, as we're getting ready for BCW to get started here in the next, few weeks, we've got this Champion 9 tournament that we'll be coming to you with. That'll be our first event once we get everything set up, and both of you are entered into that. how are you feeling about the concept for that match or that tournament?
It's definitely different. It's I've definitely never been in anything like that before, so that's definitely going to play some effect. But I feel like I'll still come out on top because I've come out on top on everything that I've did.
Hold on just a second. Let me find my notes. The format for the Champion 9 tournament, it'll feature 3 three-way dance matches, with the winner of each of those moving on to the championship match. Big Mac, you will be participating in a Falls Count Anywhere match against Eclipse and Jackson Cole. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh wow, that's gonna be one for the books for sure. That's Jackson Cole's tons of talent. I forgot the last time I faced him. I can't remember, but serious talent all around. I mean, he's killing it. Anywhere, any match, anything, doesn't matter who with, he's gonna kill it. His goal is to go out there and steal the show every time.
And he definitely can do that.
Eclipse. It's been a while, but I know it's gonna be a good one. It's definitely gonna be one you don't want to miss for sure.
And Max, you will be squaring off against a couple of WEF guys and Lumberjack and JT in a no disqualification match.
Oh.
It sounds like honestly like a piece of cake to me.
That's big talk. JT and Lumberjack are 2 of the top guys, not just in WEF but in the backyard. Lumberjack, the current welterweight champion, and JT is phenomenal.
Yeah, I've seen JT and Lumberjack work, but they don't work as hard as me. You see, I go out there and give it my all, and make it actually look good compared to them 2.
And should y'all win your matches, respectively, you would move on to the championship match where you'd face the winner of the 3rd match, which will be our mystery man who has taken some shots at you, Big Mac, and Grizzly and Chris Nitro from WEF. Winner of that match would also move on to face the winners of your 2 matches. The mystery man, you have any thoughts on him? He kind of came out of the blue, started sending me some messages, and just kind of directed at you a little bit. Any thoughts on that, Big Mac?
To be honest with you, I really don't. I really couldn't tell you who it is. Really, it kind of took me by surprise too a little bit. I was like, I don't know who it could be. So, I'm waiting myself, and I'm ready to see who it is. See who has such a problem with me, because then hopefully we can settle it.
I mean, it took me by surprise too, because they just started sending me videos from some random email address. I haven't been able to track it down. I finally called him out and told him if he wanted to be in it, that he just had to let me know, and I'd book him for a match. And he said yeah. So Absolutely. He's booked for this match.
Guess we'll see who he is then come that day.
Right. Unfortunately, I don't think he got his wish, because he won't see you in your match.
Yeah.
He'd have to make it to the championship as well as you in order for y'all to come face to face.
Well, I'm definitely going to be in that championship match for sure.
So, not to play favorites, but if I was a betting man, that's You know, we've got a few viewers. If anybody has any comments or questions, feel free to ask, and we'll get them put up and see if Bigmac and Maxx Kaos can answer them for you, or I can answer them. Do the two of you have any questions for me as the executive producer of BCW? Anything that I can add?
Let's see. So what made you want to get involved in BCW? Actually, just the whole thing.
You were kind of voiced. Can you repeat that?
Sorry. So, are you excited for BCW to finally be taken off and stuff like that? Finally getting up off the ground?
Oh, I'm terribly excited. It's been a long journey. There's been some bumps in the road. There's been, doubts, like Max said earlier, are we actually going to be able to get it off the ground?
Right.
We put a lot of time into planning. We didn't think that we would, have this long of a wait before we got started. And it just, ordering the ring has taken longer than we ever thought it would for it to get here. It is here, so there's
really?
no need to worry about that anymore.
Okay.
And I want to thank our production guys for getting the ring unloaded when it delivered. Wish I could have been there for that. But,
right.
I've got some big plans. I've got some things I want to see BCW accomplish. I understand, we're starting out, we got to walk, we got to crawl before we walk, and it's going to be rough. There's going to be times where, we may doubt ourselves again. We might come out and just blow it out of the water. Right now, I don't know. I'm happy with the roster that we've got. I'm working on some other talent to come in, some nearby, some far away. So, got a comment from James Fannin, says, "Howdy, Mac."
Well, James, he's a pretty good guy.
So, nice to see the fans start chiming in.
Absolutely.
That's what we do this for, is for the fans. So,
right.
So, thank you, James, for chiming in. Max, do you have any questions for me?
Do we know the set date for BCW, like the first show?
We do not just yet. My anticipation is hopefully, in February at some point. But as soon as we're able to set that date, I've got to coordinate with some talent coming from other places. We've got some things to set up, as far as the ring goes. And as soon as we have that date, it will, be posted for everyone to know. Got a comment here from someone you may know, Big Mac.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know her?
Yeah, absolutely.
I hear she's your number one fan.
Well, I was getting ready to say she is.
So, and I got one more good surprise here. Kind of didn't expect this. Current TBW World Champion Daniel Gregory says, "You all can bend the knee to the king of backyard wrestling." Mr. Gregory, I respect your talent in the ring, and
Oh, for sure.
I've got a roster here that I think, would never bend a knee to you.
As my song says, get on your knees and bow down. Like, I don't even understand why you even commented.
I never got a chance to go against him. I wish I would have.
I was part of his initial training with TBW. I can tell you that from the beginning, we all knew that he had it. He was a natural talent, and
Absolutely.
we wish him much success. Him and Triple J, they're quite a duo, and if this darn weather would ever just let them get season finale done, he's got a huge match against Gage Flair and Ledger, defending his TBW World Championship, and thanks for coming in, Daniel Cole.
Yeah. Good luck in your match, because those two competitors they're not easy. I promise you.
Right. Let's see. Here's another. Here's one for you. Atomic Titan says the best is here.
Oh, the best is here. Wow.
So
if that's what he wants to think.
2 jokes from TBW. Cool.
I mean, I've said it before that unlike some places, BCW does have an open door policy. If he wants to come, all he's got to do is initiate the talks.
Right, exactly. He's a really good performer too. Really, I mean,
he is
really stepped it up from where he started for sure. I mean,
yes.
you got to tip your hat to him.
He improves. He improves every time he's in the ring.
Yeah,
and
I know that experience.
Right.
So I mean, he was the only person to ever counter my XMS. He's the only person. I mean, it's like he just learned it, like he knew it was coming, and he switched it up.
So, and here we have our senior referee, Jarrett Dickens.
Great ref. Great ref.
And looking forward to actually getting getting Jarrett in the ring to work. Hoping he understands that he's going to be in there with some of the best backyard wrestlers, and he's going to have to be in charge and control these guys, and they've got to listen to him. Hope you got it in you, Jarrett.
Yeah, I better hope.
All right. Let's see. Anything else y'all want to add before we wind things down?
Just for everybody just to tune in, give us a shot. Yeah, we might not have the fan base as other feds or anything, or as many views, but just give us a shot. We've been doing this for a while. Everybody busts their ass every time they're in the ring. Just give us a shot. Let us see if we can wow you once.
Right. We're going to grow. That's everybody starts from nothing, and
right.
We do have our goals, and we've learned from some of the best. So, do I think we can? Yes, I think we can. And I think some people might actually be surprised at where we end up.
Exactly. That's what I think too. I think we'll be able to, we just keep pushing and just never give up, stay at it. We'll get there. It's just going to take some hard work and some dedication.
Yeah. So any last comments or questions from the viewers?
Give them a second to type it here.
Give them a second. do want
But
to wish.
I appreciate you having me on here too, by the way.
I've been trying to put this together for a while. Really wanted to make sure that everything was going to fall into place, and now that it is, I wanted to get Bigmac and Maxx Kaos. Y'all were the catalyst for BCW. It's come together, quite amazingly, in my opinion, and I'm excited and looking forward to seeing what we can do. So I think I'm gonna wrap things up. Do want to wish the guys at TBW the best on season finale.
Absolutely.
They've had some complications with weather. Every time they've gone to film, it's been tornadoes, snow. Just freezing right now in Tennessee. It is. This morning when I woke up, it was 17 degrees outside, and it felt like 7. So it's cold, and for them to get out and try to work, it's hard. And we do really wish all those guys the best. So Daniel Cole, good luck. See you all real soon. So
hopefully one day.
We hope to see you at some point.
Absolutely.
So Big Mac, thanks for coming.
Yes, sir.
Joining me on this live. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the ring. Max, same with you. You're phenomenal talent. Possibly one of the most underrated backyarders, out there. Whether or not y'all meet in the ring, whether or not y'all are allies, enemies, that all remains to be seen. I know y'all, had your go-arounds in TBW. We'll see what happens in BCW. So, thanks everybody for tuning in, and I'm Alex Taylor, and we'll see you next time.